You may love him, you may hate him, but chances are you've heard of the animated Comedy Central show, South Park. Being one of the most controversial shows of all time, coming in the simplest form of art, it stars 4 fourth graders having the most insane adventures in the little town of South Park, Colorado. South Park has never been afraid to touch any public topic and present it on television in the most explicit and satire way possible for cable TV, hitting areas such as politics, religion, pop culture, celebrities, and everyday morals. Well, since '98, South Park has had its fair share of video games, but none of which gained much success. Now in 2014, we have a new addition to the gaming series. Developed by legendary Obsidian Entertainment, we have a turn-based RPG-driven South Park: The Stick of Truth, a game that almost never made it to release, having been pushed back multiple times and being one of the games in the midst of THQ's demise. Luckily being picked up in publishment by Ubisoft, and then we finally get to see if The Stick of Truth is a game changer for the gaming series of South Park, or is it just another one that falls short of the glory? Let's find out.
Here it is. The reason why humans and elves are locked in a never-ending war. The relic for which human and elf are willing to die. The Stick of Truth.
Now, if South Park the animated show pushes the limits of television's TVMA rating, it's more than safe to say that The Stick of Truth tries its hardest to push the limit of gaming's in for mature rating. The story stars you, a new kid in town trying to make friends with local South Park kids. You soon find out that every kid in town is involved in this game known as The Stick of Truth, and which is heavily influenced in a satire fashion by Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and Elder Scrolls games. And you start to get involved with the game and earn respect from the locals. From there on, you meet the main gang of South Park: Cartman, Kenny, Stan, Kyle, and Butters. Being written by original series creators Trey and Matt, this story is full of hilarious and off-the-wall shit, trying to reference almost everything that the actual show has already done, as well as new material that hasn't even been touched yet. How you like the story will be judged by how you like the show and the material that it uses. If you never like South Park, or you get offended easily by South Park, chances are you won't even like the story at all. The same way things are made fun of on the show, or the same way things are made fun of on the game, making the story in this game the most fun and genuine South Park experience ever for a video game.
If you try again, I will pepper spray you back to the Stone Age.
Now, judging presentation in South Park: The Stick of Truth is probably the most difficult thing about this review. The thing is, we all know where this game aims for as far as visual aspects, and with that being said, all I can say is that it's flawless. Now, before graphical junkies get bent out of shape, understand that The Stick of Truth is not meant to be presented in amazing fashion such as NBA 2K14 or Killzone Shadowfall, but it literally hits the bullseye on its goal, which is to look exactly like the show, and it does just that. It may not be a difficult accomplishment, but it really hits it on the head. Even the audio is superb. Every voice is that of its TV counterparts, and the music fits the game well in numerous funny dubs and remade instrumentals to mock loads of songs. I tried my hardest to find something flawed in presentation. I couldn't even find it in the loading screens. The Stick of Truth literally looks and feels like a huge South Park episode. Alright, so South Park's downfall in games in the past more than likely has come from broken gameplay mechanics. Being developed this time by Obsidian Entertainment, the team responsible for highly acclaimed Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, Neverwinter Nights 2, and Fallout 3 New Vegas, it's obvious that Trey and Matt wanted to take a more serious approach towards gameplay mechanics. That being said, the gameplay mechanics are literally great. Taking some in-battle turn-based influences from huge games such as the Pokemon Game Boy series and earlier Final Fantasies, it comes out very balanced and strong. The turn-based mechanics prove to be something that's really premium, as you'll get away with winning easy battles in the beginning, but eventually you have to become more strategic and start outsmarting your opponents using battle items, weapon modifications, and making sure your armor that you wear is strong enough to do battle. Offense and defense works in timely fashion. Basically, you have to time your strikes to synchronize with a signal such as a spark. Defense works the same way, but you have to time according to a pod that appears underneath your feet as the enemy strikes. In some areas it can get frustrating, like on defense when I feel I've defended properly but still lose loads of health. Now, there is plenty of depth in the RPG elements in this game, such as looting, XP leveling up, weapon upgrades, and a perk system that grows by the amount of friends you add to your Facebook. Speaking of which, your inventory menu is where all your statistics live, such as your items, the map of South Park where you can freely travel and meet new people who grant you side missions, and an actual timeline that South Park characters post their thoughts and tips on that can help you in multiple areas of the game. You can tell the gameplay has been taken very serious in South Park: The Stick of Truth, and it really shows.
School night, hon. You and your little druid friends need to—
We're not druids, Mom! We're fucking warriors and wizards!
Without a doubt, this is the best South Park game ever made, but what really caught me off guard is the amount of depth and balance in gameplay, which is what really makes this game stand out, aside from the intense and explicit comedy. I mean, this game literally looks exactly like the TV show with added RPG elements, and when put together it's like a mix made in heaven. Now, if South Park the TV show gives you a bad taste, chances are you're most likely not going to feel this game. But if you're open to dark humor mixed with turn-based RPG elements, it's a win. As far as turn-based RPG alone, it's one of the best I've played in a while. I give South Park: The Stick of Truth a 9.0 out of 10. If you like this review, please like the video and make sure that you check out my South Park walkthrough series. Link will be down in the description and in annotations throughout the video. Make sure you check it out. This is iDCL and I'm out. Peace.